take a look at some page layouts. So there's a whole bunch of different things that you may want to do when you're printing your data out. So over here we've got a whole menu that we can take a look at with page layouts, which really gets into a lot of different things. We're going to just focus our efforts into this page setup layout area. So first we've got margins to talk about. And in the margins, you may notice that when you're printing out your page, that it doesn't fit right on the page, or you want to change the way that the structure is. Maybe it's got too much of a margin or too little of a margin, or whatever for what you're trying to accomplish. So in here, you've got these pre-selected defaults that you can choose. So you can do wide. And notice that it gives you these little dotted lines here that kind of show you where the page is going to be on here. That's very helpful. So if I'm typing something over here, this is part of my page. Now if I go to print it, this is going to get cut off. Let's go take a look. So we're going to go to File, Print, and this is part got cut off. And now if we go to the next page, of my page is on page 2. Well, I don't want that. So let's go back, and we can move this over here. But part of it is going to be these margins. So if I pick a normal margin, it moved it out. So if I had left it in the same one, it would have been part of that. If I go to the narrow one, it goes back, and it makes it even wider for me. So it really depends on what you want to do and how you want this to be structured, and this will move around for you. And of course, you can also come in here and customize your margins by coming to the menu, and then here you can manually adjust what you want. Maybe one side is different than the other side. But go ahead and just play around with that so that you can decide on how you want it to be. Another thing you may want to look at is the orientation of the page. Perhaps it's my Excel sheet is laid out a little differently that's better for landscape. And so when I do that, you can see that these dotted lines moved so that now I have from A to L to fill up. Now, and that assumes, by the way, that your data fits in these column sizes. If it goes beyond this, I think the same thing will happen. If this is it, it'll be on the next page over. Next, you've got your print area. So I can actually set my print area if I choose. You've selected a single cell for the print area. I click OK. Now this is the only part that is going to print. Let's go take a look at that. File, Print, and only that one cell was part of it. I don't want that. I want this to be my print area. So let's come back in here, and we can either add to the print area or we can set a new one. So we're going to set a new one. And now that box is just around the names. So let's go File, Print. And notice I have one page. It's set up in the landscape that we talked about. And it only includes that. It doesn't include my header, and it doesn't include the part over here that I had previously. Well, that's pretty nice. But I want it to be a little different. So let's come back in here, and we're going to just clear the print area. And now it goes back to the default that I had, which was based off of my page size and orientation. So here, if I want to do legal, it expands it even further. And I want to do A4, it shrinks it back up. So all of these different things will help you with setting up your page the way that you want it to be. So we're going to just come back, and we're going to set it on portrait. We're going to set it on letter, and we cleared the print area. So we're back to just this.